So of course we're here in the Blue Mountain Range of Northeast Oregon, and I'm literally just in my backyard. Like, my back door is right there, porch and everything. And this is an amazingly huge, vibrant linden tree. I'm gonna have him show you just how massive she is. When we came to look at this property, when we were looking at land for the Dinner Still Needs Cooking farm, which is a hands-on herbalism farm where people can come learn for free, the first thing I saw when I walked up the little trail looking at what plant allies were on the property was this linden tree. And it made me so happy because she's not native to here. That means the previous owners planted her. I don't know if they knew that she had medicinal properties or they just thought she was pretty. She's a very, very common landscaping plant. You can find her in cities and backyards and neighborhoods. People plant her everywhere. Now, she is just a fantastic ally to have in your life. And I know you can't just you can go out and find her. You might just not have one in your backyard. You can order dried linden bloom online. They'll say that it's linden bloom and leaf, but it's not linden bloom and leaf. It's just that people get confused. See this little bit right here? It looks like a leaf, right? But it's actually a part of her bloom. And when you can see it attached here, this is the part that you'll harvest. These are her leaves, and this is her bloom. Now, linden is amazing as a nervine, and nervines basically support your entire nervous system, all of the functioning going on in your brain and communicating through your body. But that also makes her great for anxiety, insomnia, helping to recover from like concussions or just any type of cognitive issues you got going on, calming down from stress. Your nervous system in stress, it gets ramped up like fucking crazy. Like, it will cause a cascade of issues. So if you can address the stress, you can calm down all these other things that are going on in your body. But she's also a really cooling herb, so I love to work with her in the summertime. You can make yourself a nice linden lemonade, a linden infusion, linden tea, and ice it down. And she's just going to pull that heat out of your body. Now, that also makes her great for fevers. And I really love linden for kids because she is just super gentle. She's really gentle. And remember, your kids are stressed out right now too. And so you can make like a linden popsicle. You can add it to smoothies. Now, what's really cool is she's so gentle that in the spring, when these leaves come out in little buds, you can cook them. You can cook them up just like a green. Now, you can eat the leaves now. They won't taste that great because they're kind of tough, and they're busy doing their thing. But when you get them when they're real fresh and little buds, they're fantastic, just stir-fried. Now, linden is also really good for cardiovascular health. And that's not just your heart. That's all of your veins and your capillaries and everything like that. They run all through your body. And remember, stress is really hard on your health. So not only is she lowering your stress levels, she's also helping your heart health, and by proxy, just doing the same thing. And she is just a really, really fantastic ally. And you can see when she does bloom, she puts out a lot of blooms. And you still want to make sure that you're gathering ethically, meaning, I'm going to harvest a bunch today, but I'm going to take every other bloom as I work around the bottom. And honestly, even that won't touch her because, the blooms are so heavy up top that I'm surprised branches aren't breaking. And you can see she's a really important plant to pollinators. You can hear all of our bees buzzing around. We've got some hives here on the property, and they have discovered the linden tree as of yesterday, and they're just busy, busy, busy collecting all of her amazing pollen. Now, she's also fantastic for allergies. Pollen made me think of allergies. And so she's a really good anti-inflammatory. She's going to pull down the swelling in your nasal passages, and that's what helps with allergies most of the time. What's happening is you're having an immune reaction, and the tissue inside of your nose swells up, and that's why when you blow and blow and blow, nothing comes out. And so she's going to pull that inflammation down. And because she's such a good anti-inflammatory, that also makes her pretty good for mild pain, cramps, menstrual cramps, just a tired, achy body. I really like linden just before bed. I drink her all day long though, honestly, because I use her as a nourishing herbal infusion most of the time. But just before bed, it's fantastic just to help your body release everything while you're sleeping. And now another thing that she's really good at is being slimy. You're like, wait, what? I don't think slimy sounds good. You won't actually really notice it until you do a second infusion, and definitely go check out my how to make a nourishing herbal infusion out of Linden. But she's got these really great mucosal properties to her that she goes into your intestinal tract, and you don't really feel it, but your body notices it, and she coats all of your mucous membrane linings. That means if you've got leaky gut, IBS, all these things going on, heartburn, you just need to work on your gut health. She's going to go in there and basically act like a band-aid over your inflamed intestinal tissue and allow it to heal, because like it's really hard to heal your gut tissue when it's constantly being bombarded by like acids and such, if you're not doing something to cover that and allow it to calm down that inflammation. And so she's fantastic. Now you can use her as a tea, you can do a nourishing herbal infusion, you can make a tincture, you can make an elixir, you can make an infused honey or an oxymel. There's no real wrong way to use Linden. And she is just a really, really great ally, and she's actually a pretty good one for if you're living in a suburban area. Odds are good you can find her because people plant her everywhere. Everywhere. And she smells amazing, so you might be like, what's that really sweet smell, and kind of start looking for Linden. You might have to get permission to gather her or whatnot, but she is definitely around. And so I hope you know that you're smart enough to come out here and find these plant allies, even when they're massive ones like Linden, because you definitely are. And I'm sorry if anybody, and I know you have because you're human, has made you feel less than capable of doing herbalism, or made you think that you have to pay thousands of dollars for the information that you're learning to be valid. That is all so false. You are smart enough to do this. You don't need anybody to validate your knowledge. What you know is enough, and you can keep learning, and you can be curious, and you can get out here and you can find these herbs, because I know you're capable of doing it. So if you like my rants and my jabbers and my sidetrack talking and everything that I'm about, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications. If you're watching me on YouTube, come find me on Instagram. If you're watching me on Instagram, come find me on YouTube. All that kind of stuff. And this really helps other people find my information, and them, fuck, I can't talk sometimes. Let me pull that back together because I'm a human. It helps other people realize that they're smart enough to do this too. I really love when I nail an ending. So I even gave a thumbs up. That's fantastic. I'm crashing and burning. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.